Hi friends, welcome to Aishu's DIY. Today in this project we are going to learn an easy crochet necklace, and this is the necklace. So I really like the way it turned out to be. I used only acrylic pearls and in two different colors, the purplish gray and this metallic black metal, and I used a gray polyester cord for this, and I used a silver clasp over here. So I really liked the way it turned out to be. I used how much ever beads I had available in my stash, and then I just kind of did one long strand, and then I divided it into four and made this necklace. I really like the way it turned out to be. It's very pretty and it's very nice as well. So let's learn how to make this necklace. To make this necklace you need a variety of beads. You can use any beads you have available, 11 6 8 6 millimeter, 8 millimeter. I wouldn't go more than 6 millimeter because it's a multi-strand necklace, and I also don't want it to be heavy. And we need a big eye needle. I have thread in my polyester cord in the big eye needle. This is the cord that I'm using, and it says this on the top. I used a gray one for the sample. This is how I got this cord. I don't know which website I got from. I will leave down the description box below if you guys want to. The number is slightly different, but I don't know what that means, and it seems to be pretty much the same size. You can use Nimo or Eslon if you want. This one will work too. Eslon size D will work too. In this case you can use a beading needle size 10. So we need a clasp. I'm using this clasp and some jump rings, and then we need a crochet hook. I'm using 0.9 millimeter crochet hook or number 8. And also the crochet hook, if you are using a bigger one, your chain stitch will become bigger. So I did only the chain stitch, so that is a basic crochet. It's not even a single or a double crochet, just a chain stitch. In the sample I used only 4 millimeter pearls in two different colors. In here I'm using a variety of beads. As you can see, this is 6 by 4 millimeter crystal, 11 seed beads, 12 seed beads, and this one is copper 6 and I have repeated that, and then a 4 millimeter pearl, and this one is 6 millimeter, sorry, 6 seed beads, 6 by 4 millimeter crystal, and 6 millimeter pearl. This is what I have. I have a big eye needle. I'll start loading my beads. If I'm doing the small beads, I'll do 3 beads followed by a blue color crystal, followed by, again you can repeat the same as I said, followed by 3 seed beads, followed by a pearl, maybe smaller pearl, so you can oscillate completely. It's totally up to you. You don't have to um, do the exact same thing that I'm doing. Oops. You will have to load all the beads in the pattern that you like in the start before doing anything. So if you don't like anything, you can just take it off right now and then redo it. So 3 of the smaller beads and 3 of the big, I mean 1 of the bigger bead. That's what I'm going for. But if you don't want this pattern, you can use any pattern you want. Sometimes it's difficult to get these through, but I like the way it's coming out. It looks pretty. Then I will start, I'm choosing it randomly because I don't have that much of this 6x4 mm crystal in this color, so I want to do some random beads. So I'm going to utilize all of these, but I'm doing it really randomly. And then some. And this one is done, this one is done. I can do this. Some of the blue beads are not going through, so just make sure if it is not going through, just take another bead. So you will have to load the entire thing before you start crocheting or doing the chain stitch. So I would go with the pattern that I like. I really like the way this color combo is, and I'll continue with this and come back. Hi friends, welcome back. I have threaded in a lot of beads, so I can measure it for you guys. I didn't measure it last time, so this time I'm planning to measure. I take my ruler right here. So I'll take off my big eye needle, and then I'll tie a knot, just an overhand knot, slip knot actually. If you pull this, this will come off. You can do either knot, by the way. So that's 1 feet, 2, almost 3. Yeah, 3 feet to be exact. That's what I have the number of beads in my design. You can do as much as you want. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is start from the beginning. So I still have the spool attached, so that's going to be there, and we no longer need all of these beads. We are done. So let me scoot that up, take my crochet needle. Okay, so what I do is I push the beads a little bit towards the spool because it's a long stretch. I need some space to chain, right? So it's just a simple chain stitch. So take it, you just wrap it around your finger. Okay, just go on to this. So sorry. Like that. I'm so sorry. Make a loop and then take this inside the loop, and you will create kind of a slip knot. That's what you want. Now you are ready to chain. I chained 10 for the first time. So chain is easy. You hold, can you see the tip of my hook? Yarn over and rotate your hook and pull through. That's one chain. So hold it. See how I am holding the spool in my hands over here. So there is a tension in this thread, and then I'm holding this end. If you leave it, it will go just like that. So again, okay, hold on to that, yarn over, turn around your hook, down and pull through. So yarn over and turn your hook around so that's nicely hooked there, and pull through. That's 2, that's 3, that's 4. If you can see here, see this, the first 2 chains are big, the second 2 chains are small. That's because I did hold the loop loosely. Let me tell you guys one more time. So the slip knot is like you hold on to this like this. Okay, this is my working thread, this is the end of my thread. You wrap it around twice on top of your 2 fingers, put it through this one loop and go on top of the second loop, and then take it and then pull this. Okay, there we go. Crisscross on top, go over there and pull this through, and you got that slip knot right here. Okay, so again, let me show you guys, zoom in a little bit more. So this is a small hook, so I just yarn over, turn the hook around, and this is tight, right? So if I leave it a little bit bigger, see that, pull through, that's one chain. So if I do this, the chain will become bigger. If I do this, the chain will become smaller. So you can do consistent chain, it will come automatically once you do several things. Yarn over, pull through, that's 4, I believe. So here we go, just want a little bit more space. Let me move the beads quite a bit. Okay, now 4, yarn over, go down, pull through 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Now I bring the beads, 3 beads. If it is a smaller bead, it's 3 beads down, and then again I do the same. See that? I just pull through as if there is no change in my stuff. See this? It will automatically stay together. Then 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So in between every single bead I am doing 5 chains. You can do 6 or how much ever you want. See how this stays, and then I take this bigger bead and then do the same. Just yarn over, pull through, and then make sure you hold it initially tight between your fingers, and yarn over, pull through 1, pull through 2, pull through 3, 4 and 5. So see how it is coming out. This is how I will do my entire length. Hi Friends, welcome back. I made this much, and as you can see, I have a small clipboard. You can use any cardboard or um, your box cover, something like that, which is flat. And then, as you can see, because it's a clipboard, I just clipped the start of my cord here, and then I kind of wrapped around it so that this doesn't get tangled. So I did almost a lot, and I figured out certain things. Like, once, I'm not like an expert in crochet or something, but you will figure out something once you make one complete necklace and you go on for the second one. You get to have some tips and tricks. So the one that I felt was, when I left this hook, the needle tip is very small, and if I leave this, it goes easily outside. So what I did was, I just tightened this up, and you have a cover for these kind of crochets. This is just a plastic cover, please don't throw it. And if you leave it like this, then it's very secure. I was able to take this in my purse with me when I was waiting for my daughter's class, so I could do some crochet. That way, when you're watching TV, like, sometimes you don't, this is a monotonous work, right? It's very therapeutic, it's monotonous, and you don't, I mean, so you keep on doing it. So it's better if you do it in such cases wherein you will have to wait for something or like that. In that case, I kept this in a purse, and with my spool and everything, it was perfect because I could trust this. And also, the spool, I had it like this, and whenever I needed the thing, I just took it off a little bit and then worked on it. I never opened up a lot of spool, I just always had a little bit left. For example, so here we go. So I really like to not have a long space and only a little bit, so that, see, this is how much length I want to have. I don't want to have any more. And I like to like, if you maintain a tension, the consistency of the chain is pretty good in this necklace, as you can see. That's because of the tension that I um, maintain throughout. Let me tell more about that for you guys. I will just zoom in a little bit more and show you guys. So if you have 3 seed beads, right, I want the 3 seed beads to sit like this. If I do just like this, right, see here, see the three seed beads are flat, because as you can see, the chain is big here. If you can see, the chain has come out very big because I did a little bit, I did it very loose. Let me just take this off and show you guys. I took this bigger loop, that's why my chain is big. So when I do this, what I do is, I just see this, the chain is small, and then you try to pull that through, and then you get the seed beads to sit like this, then flat. Okay, I'll show you guys one more time. And also, so, like, if I do just this, right, just this, and then do 1 2 3 4 5, as you can see, I just let go of this cord as in when I need it. But can you see the tension here? So I maintain a tension here by holding it stiff between my fingers and between this. So that helps kind of even out our chains. And then I bring the next one. Instead of just one, I like to rotate my cord, and then see how I'm holding it between my 2 fingers, and then I'm using my index finger too. This is how I like to do it. But see this, I wanted this chain to be smaller so that I don't have a big loop. And then 1 and 2 and 3 4 and 5, so that our chains are pretty uniform. We need to maintain that tension in the cord so that we get a nice one. So as I said, see this, if you pull this up it will tighten, otherwise it will be loose, the loop will be big. So I pull this off and then yarn over and pull through. See how nicely the seed beads sit? That's what we want. 1, 2, 3, 4, and when I do this I loosen up a little bit. 5. So that's how I do it. And for every bead, yes, I am doing all of these, but that's how I really that's how it is done, because that's how it's easy. And also see, you just don't open that a lot so that your tension is right on your project. It's okay, you can use different size of um, crochet hook. Depending on that, your chain size will also be different. And whenever if you felt like you did something wrong, you can take it off and then just like so. See this? If you can take it off, you can take it off like this. Just pull that, that's about it. Then you can start over. And don't worry if you just missed something in the pattern of picking the beads. In some cases I picked only two seed beads instead of 3 seed beads. In some cases I picked up 3 seed beads continuously, like 6 seed beads. As you can see here, I have picked 4 seed beads, so it will not be very visible at all at the end of the project. So don't worry about it. You don't have to restring everything. It's all good. This project is very forgiving. And also if you make 1 or 2 extra chains, that is also not a problem. It doesn't matter. It takes quite some time to finish this project, but I feel that it is worth it and it is very nice and relaxing. So as I said, you can do it when you are waiting in the car for your kid or somebody, or you're on a plane or something, then it's perfect. And then okay, it got tangled, so I just removed it off, and then I'm continuing it from the second chain. And you can also do this while watching television, while talking to your friends. So once you load the beads, then you can take this anywhere. It's portable. One more chain. So you can also, like I am doing only the 11 seed beads as a 3 seed beads per loop, but you can also do the same with 6 seed beads. Doesn't matter. So the consistency of the chain and everything, it comes with practice. So if you want to practice and then take it off and then redo the project, you can absolutely do that. Make sure you don't do it several times with the same cord, and you can even practice with the spare cord you have available around, or an inexpensive thread, so that you can practice. Or what you can do is you can practice with the bigger crochet thread and a bigger crochet hook, and then come back to this small one, so that way it will be easier for you. As you can see, this is my speed. I didn't have extra capacity for a faster crochet or something. This is my speed and I enjoy it. It's um, nice and relaxing for me. And as I said, you can add how much ever beads you want. There's absolutely no rhyme or reason you should stop at something. How much ever beads you want, how long you want, you can do it. I've even seen people doing 25 strands or so. So here we go. We are done with all our beads. Now I already did 5 after my seed bead. I'm going to do 5 more, because at the start we did that much, I guess. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let me see how much I did. Yeah, around 10. So this should be good. So you can stretch this a bit, but not a lot. So I would say I would cut my cord about, say, 10 inches or so. And what you do is you take this thing off completely. That will tie an automatic knot over there. Okay. And now we are ready to actually add our clasp. So I take this from the cord, so this much I have done. Going to take the 2 ends. Let me just zoom out a bit. Okay, take these 2 ends. And see how long my necklace is. Sorry, I'm out of camera, but I did find. This is how long it is. So I'm happy with the length of the necklace. So it's about, say, 12 inches or 14 inches or so. I mean, on each side. That means 26 inches in total. That's how long the necklace is, and I really like the way it turned out to be. Because I used the brown cord, the brown is not showing up very nicely, but the blue is popping really nicely, and there is a movement and there is texture. And as you can see, the beads are like staggered, it's not in the same spot. I really like the way this turned out to be. So now we have to add our clasp. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this clasp of mine. Okay, I'm going to put it through this. So I want this to go through the necklace in a single fashion. So take this one, and I don't think so these beads will go through, so that's not an option. I did that in the previous in the sample because the beads were not 6 millimeter. The maximum was only 4 millimeter. Here we have 6 millimeter, and the hole here is very small, so it's only going to be the jump rings. So I take the jump rings. You can also make an S hook. I feel comfortable with the S hook. You can also do it with split rings if you want. That would work. If not, I would say I will use S hook, or I can make with 20 gauge wire. I'm gonna go with the 20 gauge wire. Let me see if I have 20 gauge gold. I think this is the one I have, but I will go with anything I have available. So here we go. I will just take a little bit. Let's start using our tools. Round nose pliers, wire cutters, needle nose or tweezer nose pliers. If you want, you can even take nylon jaw pliers. I don't worry about it so much. This is just a piece, probably 2.5 inch or so. Let me just measure this. It's 3 inches. So here we go. Take our round nose pliers and just about say 1/3 of the wire, make a loop. The loop needs to be not so big but considerably big. So as you can see, I'm doing it in the middle of my mandrel. Straighten the wire a bit, and this is the round I have, the loop I have. I just open this loop up. Okay, I just insert that loop into this this side, because I have folded this into 4, right? So you have one area which is closed and the 2 strands which is not closed. So I take this, and with these 2 strands also, what I do is I take it and tie an overhand knot, just like so, a regular overhand knot. You have enough to make the knot, so we don't have to worry about that. Just make sure the knots are even, right? And make a surgeon's knot. That means you make the loop, you put the cord through the loop once and through the loop twice. That's a surgeon's knot. Now that that's secure, okay, I'll zoom in a bit more. Now that that's secure, take these 2 cords and keep it on the side, and now we have 2 loops, right? 2 loops, and then take it and put it through this loop that you created with the 20 gauge wire, and now you're ready to wrap it. So take it, hold your 20 gauge wire just like so, and then wrap it with the short tail. You can also use your pliers to make the wraps consistent. Just 2 wraps is enough, and you can snip off the excess wire off, okay, and squish the coils with your pliers and tuck the tail in. So we don't want this to catch hold of your clothing. So now what I do is I take these 2 cords, okay, and I kind of tie again knots. So take these two, take it around, tie an overhand knot just for added security, and one more, and then finally a surgeon's knot. So take these, put it through the loop once, that's a regular knot, and put it through the same loop twice, then that becomes a surgeon's knot. And now I would like to put a dab of glue on the previous knot that we made and the current knot that we made. You can use any jewelry glue you have, super glue or super new glue. I'm going to use GSI Persimment bead lawn bead stringing glue. Nicely coat it with glue so that that won't come. And also, if you have a thread zapper, you can burn the edges. I am doing both, but you can choose to do one. That's good enough. I'm just being paranoid, I know that, but there we go. And this is a Beadsmith thread zapper, which works good for me. So this is what we have in this side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a loop again, just a small loop, bend it and make a small loop. Take my clasp and put it through and hold it and then wrap it around. Wrap it around until you reach the bottom wrap, and then you can snip it off. And there we go. Snip the excess tail off. You can even take 2.5 inches, that should be good enough, but it's good to take more than less. Just tuck the tail in nicely, and here you have one side ready. The other side you can either use jump rings or you can do the same. I would like to use jump rings so that I can show you guys one more way to actually finish this end of the necklace. So here we go. This is about our center. I'm taking my bent nose pliers and holding on to my jump rings. Open it up and go ahead and put it over both the strands. This end is completely looped. 1 and 2. I like to do 2. Now I will do one additional jump ring, which can be a little bit thicker or the same gauge. If you have a thicker gauge, please do use your thicker gauge. I like to open that and then connect these two jump rings just like so, and then close it like that, right? And now you take this jump ring, the single jump ring, and connect your clasp. So our necklace is ready. I'll zoom out a little bit more so that you guys can see how long the necklace is. It's pretty long, more than 12 inches. I mean more than my bead mat. I really like the way this necklace turned out to be. It's very pretty and very versatile, very lightweight. I really like that. And it's long. That's really my theme. I really like to wear long necklaces rather than short necklaces around my neck, so this one works perfect for me. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, don't forget to hit the bell icon for notification. I do upload videos couple of times a week. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good day. I guess you can also wear this as a wrapped bracelet, but this is very flimsy, right? So I mean flimsy in the sense it's strong, but kind of stretches. Just be aware of that. So here we go. If you want to wear this as a wrapped bracelet, that also looks extremely pretty in my opinion. I love it. Thank you guys. Bye.